Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this player review with me, boy FIFA 1 HD, where we will be taking a look at the 88 rated Pablo Dybala. An absolute wonderful card, I'm sure you guys will agree. Obviously, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button and the subscribe. And if you have any comments about this incredible card, you have any questions at all, leave all of that in the comments below, as I love hearing what you guys have to say and I love answering your guys' questions. So without further ado, we've seen the team that we've used him in, the position that we played him in. Now we're going to jump into those in-game stats. And as you can see, there are some incredible stats from the get-go. He also comes with 4-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot, which is decent. You know, the 4-star skill moves certainly, 3-star weak foot could be a little bit better, but certainly wasn't something that I had too much trouble with at all. Pace-wise, he's pretty quick, especially for the position that he does come in as standard, which is cam. I've moved him up to striker and I've obviously upgraded his pace, and he felt electric, especially with that hunter card on him. He felt so fast, no issues with his pace at all. Shooting wise, another really immense column, and obviously the upgrades that I did put on there really did help as well. His movement and attack positioning were second to none, finishing very solid from both feet, great footwork in the box as well, and then his finishing was sublime. Shot power, long shots, volleys and penalties also very good. What I loved about him was he also had that incredible vision and short passing, so he really can link up the play well and get a lot of assists too. Crossing's really good, free kick accuracy is really high, and also his curve is exceptional there at 88. Dribbling wise, probably the best bit about the card, always has been with Dybala, really does make him feel like a cheap Messi, and it's just insane because it comes with agility at 91, balance 85, reactions also very good, but ball control and dribbling both in the 90s there, as well as his composure being at 84, just makes that column as near perfect as you will get with a starter goal player. Like, absolutely incredible. Moving on to his defence and physicality, yes, there's nothing really there to really brag about. His jumping is okay, but obviously he doesn't really have the heading accuracy, and he's not very strong, but his stamina is pretty decent, and that is something which will always be handy. So now that we've seen those attribute details, guys, let's jump into some in-game footage and hear what I thought about him. So as you will see, with all of the goals that I scored with him, he was electric, absolutely incredible. There are players that are good, there are players that are very good, and then there are players that are just second to none, that just make the difference, really stand out, that everything they touch seems to come off. He was that player for me, whereby I gave him the ball, no matter how far out he was, things happened. Whether he was shooting from distance, whether he was close range one-on-ones and finding the back of the net, or whether he was going on mazy dribbles or playing killer passes in, everything that he did with an absolute ease, which I loved about him. Almost time just sort of stood still when Dybala had the ball, especially with his dribbling. No one could get near him. I could literally feel the opponents panicking every time he got the ball, and that is a great feeling to have when you've got that player in your team, and that's exactly what Dybala does. He gets the ball and he's got such an arsenal to his game where he can do everything with it. You know, he can take it wide and he can cross it. He's got killer passing with great vision, whereby he can slide people in. Then he can have the ability to run with the ball because he's got 4-star skill moves. He's got insane agility and balance, really great ball control and dribbling, whereby you can easily go on runs beating 3, 4, even 5 players without really doing anything much with the player himself. He just seems to ride challenges, he seems to go past people, his footwork, the amount of times where he seemed to play it off one foot to the other, just to buy that little second that he needed to move it onto the right foot, whether he was shooting or just going past someone, he did it almost automatically. You know, I'm not the best player in the world in terms of dribbling, I don't do tons of skill moves, as you'll see, but even I was popping a few off with this guy, and I was finding it so easy to go past absolutely tons of opponents, because Dybala with the ball at his feet is magical, and I alluded to it earlier, he really does feel like a cheap Messi. I know that's not a crazy comparison, what with his ability, with his nation, and obviously the fact that he's so stacked in the dribbling department, but he really does feel as good as that card. You know, he really is up there, and what I loved about him was I picked him up for 100k. And I think that is incredible at the start of FIFA to be able to get an 88 rated player that is going to feel so incredible, almost icon level, like where people just can't touch him. I think you have to go out and buy this guy. There's great value in the Serie A. Lots of high rated players, really usable players that are much cheaper than they would be if they were in the Premier League or even some of the other leagues. The Serie A is a great value league, and Dybala really epitomises that. Yes, 100k is a lot of coins, especially early on, but it's not out of reach. And this card in your team, even if you don't have a particularly great team around him, he will still carry them over the line, and he will be really, really good for you, I promise. His pace was exceptional. His shooting sublime, both from close range and from long. He was brilliant. I had to move him up to striker. I thought he was somewhat wasted at centre attacking mid, because I was like, this guy is going to be scoring all my goals. I need him as high up the pitch as possible. But if you use him at cam, you will be getting a brilliant player, because he does have the vision as well. He has that short passing whereby he will rack up a lot of assists. But for me, I would use him at striker. Whack the Hunter chemistry style on him just to give him a little bit more pace, and you will not be disappointed. He is exceptional. I have had to give him a 9.8 out of 10, because at this moment in FIFA, there are very few better value strikers out there in my opinion. This guy is well worth that 100k, and he will deliver time and time again. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and peace.